Shalom, 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 Israel. How y'all doing today? All praise, all praise, all praise. Man, we in our what? Third, fourth day of the tabernacle. That ain't what I came to talk about. I come here to read the Bible, man. But first of all, we want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Yeah, man, we got to give glory to him. We got to glorify him, man. That's the whole duty of man. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Fear God and keep his commandments. That's what you see what we do. We try to stay in this Bible. We try to read. We try to stay focused on the righteous thing. Yeah. But I come here today, man. I am Israel, a true seeker of Yahweh. Like, share, subscribe. Also comment to this channel, man. Well, today, y'all, man, we're going to get into Genesis chapter 10. In Genesis chapter 10, it breaks down, it breaks down the generation of the sons of the sons of Noah, who replenished the earth. You know, they restocked the earth. The three sons of Noah, they refilled the earth after God flooded the earth out. So we're gonna start in Genesis chapter 10. Like I always say, y'all get y'all King James version with the Apocrypha or whatever Bible you have and pull that out. Today we're gonna read Genesis chapter 10. This might be a two-part lesson, cause I'm gonna try to go into breaking it down the sun. So it gonna probably take a minute. We might not finish this today, because I want y'all to get the understanding of who these people is, so y'all will know as we get along who God is really talking about in this Bible, who got a picture of hate for you, who the wicked of the world is, who he gave the earth into the hands of who these people is that come to destroy you at the end of the days, that come at the last, that's the end of at the end time, who coming to fight against God's people. You know, it gonna start off like nation against nation and all that, but it's really all about God chosen people, that they want to stay in rulership, and it's not gonna be. They know they losing their rulership, but this gonna explain about the three sons of Noah, chapter 10. This is, they call, hey, don't you see me recording? Don't start that, Nehemiah. Go in the house. Go in the house. You too, Queen. In the house. Should like it. Sorry about that, but them are rocks, my dog. He howl at every sound siren he hear. He howl at it. Blowing of the trumpet. He howl. But like I was saying, this chapter 10 gonna give you the generation. They call this I'm trying to think of what I read, what they called it. We gonna come up on it. But so everybody open they Bibles up to chapter 10, and we gonna pick up there. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 10, verse 1. Now these are the generation of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. Now, we know that God appointed Noah to build the ark, and he brought Noah and his family aboard the ark, right? And he had brought 3 of his sons. Oh, there it is, right there. He brought 3 of his sons up there. He brought Shem. Shem was the eldest of all of them. We gonna go into this. We're gonna go into this, son. Let me chapter 10. We're gonna go into this, son, because I want to break down these people. It say, now these are the generation of the sons of Noah, Shem. Shem is the oldest. And we're gonna define Shem. And we're gonna get what Shem means. I don't know why my phone just jumped off like that. Define Shem. What does Shem mean? My phone moving slow. I don't know why. I believe because I'm so far away from that Wi-Fi. Okay, Shem. Shem means name, fame, or renown in Hebrew, and can refer to the biblical son of Noah, who was the ancestor of the Semitic people. So Shem is the ancestor of the Semitic people. All that came through Shem, all of them are Semitic people. Now remember that now. As we read, we're going to read about the other brothers. Now, we're going to get to it. Everything comes in, don't jump ahead of yourself. But Shem is the ancestor of the Semitic people. And it say, Shem was the eldest son of Noah, and was saved with his family in the ark. He the progenitor of the Semitic people, the Israelite nation, and other Semitic peoples are said to have sprung from him. Now, them like them. It said the Israelite people, them God's people, them the Semitic people. Even you had Esau, he's Semitic. You had the Chinese man, he Semitic, the Arab, the Japanese, them Semitic people. They are from Shem. See, you will learn all this as we read. You'll see how the nation, not how the nation, but how it go down from Shem with Shem, and how he the progenitor of the Semitic people. All that were born upon the Shem lineage through Shem, not Ham, not Japheth. These different nations of people. So, okay. So we're going to go to the next side. It say Shem, Ham. Now remember, Ham is the youngest. Ham is the youngest, and Shem is the oldest. So we're going to go into and define Ham and see what Ham means. Okay, right here it got in ham. Meat from the upper part of a pig's leg. Salted, dry, or smoked. That ain't the one we looking for. The backs of the thighs, or the thighs and butt top. That ain't what we looking for. Okay, Old English ham. Original denoted the back of the knee from a Germanic base, meaning be crooked. In the late 15th century, the term came to denote the back of the thigh hand. That's what they talking about that. And we looking for another different. You see what I'm saying? About English, you got a lot of definition. Okay, I don't see that. In the late 19th century, perhaps from the first symbol, uh, compared with the U.S. slang term, ham fatter. Okay, we're gonna get to this. People also ask, what is a ham? Urban Dictionary. What is the old meaning of ham? Okay, here we go. It say the word ham has several distant original meaning. That's one thing about English that we did find out. English have several or more definitions. That's just too many definitions. Like I said, the word ham has several distant original meanings, including the bend of the knee or thigh from Old English, the thigh of a hog used for food, derived from the leg meaning, the hollow of the knee from Old English hammon or hum, and in the context of place name, a home or homestead from Old English ham. Additional, the name of Ham, son of Noah, has a separate Hebrew organ, possibly meaning hot or black. So Ham possibly meaning hot or black, according to the Hebrew origin. Here are the primary origin meanings of Ham. Not no body part, a place. Old English ham meaning home, homestead, or a small settle. This meaning is found in many English place names such as Nottingham, which means the home of Scots people. Okay, the biblical figure, origin Hebrew, meaning while debating, the name Ham is thought to have origins meaning hot or warm, possibly linked to his tropical habit. In the Bible, Ham can refer to Noah's son. Noah, I was wrong. I was wrong about that. Ham is the second oldest. Japheth is the baby boy. Okay, let me rephrase that. Ham is the second oldest, and Japheth is the baby boy. It's because it said in the Bible, Ham can refer to Noah's second son, who was the father of Cush, Mizraim, Phut, and Canaan, and thus an ancestor of various ancient nations. So Ham is the progenitor of various different nations. These are people not as Shem. They different from Shem. I remember what we read about Shem. And Ham. Now Ham, he got his with his son. See, these are the African folk, the so-called African people. See, we not African. And you got the name Ham is commonly understood to derive from the Hebrew word shaman, meaning hot, warm, or sunburnt, and in a derived sense, black. Historical, the name has also been used as a patronymic for the peoples who descended from Noah's son, such as in the Bible, in the biblical account of Egypt, which was known by the name Mizraim and considered a descendant of Ham. See, Egypt, the Egyptians, they are part of Ham. We're going to read and find out all about what they is. Now we're going to go to the younger brother, That's it. We're going to get the definition of Japhet. Define him. It said Japhet. Japhet is one of the three sons of Noah in the book of Genesis, in which he plays a role in the story of Noah's drunkenness, and the curse of Ham. And subsequently in the table of nation. That's the word I would think, but the table of nation. That's what we call the chapter 10. It's the table of nation. It's telling you all about Ham's three sons and the progenitor of the nation that they brought forth to repopulate the earth. Now, verse 2, it say the sons of Japhet. Now, we're going to get the sons of Japhet. The first son, the oldest son, is Gomer and Megah and Medah, the Median, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshi, and Tyrus. Now, these are Japhet's sons, and he had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He had 7 boys. And the first one is Gomer. Now, Gomer is the ancestor of the Germanic people, or the Celt. Germanic. They are, it's Billy like white people. And in pep or stupid colleague, especially a trainee. Okay, it say, what is the meaning of Gomer? Gomer has several meanings. A Hebrew biblical figure, a slang term for an undesirable hospital patient. So it can be a slang term for an undesirable hospital patient. A slang term for an inept colleague, or potential the name of an enemy avatar. The slang term for the patient was popularized by the novel The House of God. Now, biblical, Gomer, son of Japhet. Gomer is named as a son of Japhet and a grandson of Noah in Genesis chapter 10, verse 2. And is considered the ancestor of the Celtic people. The Celtic people. Web search for Celtic. Second is Scottish Premiership. The Celtic or Celtic people were a collection of Indo-European people. They was an Indo-European people in Europe and Antelope, identified by their use of Celtic language and other cultures similarly. What nationality are Celtic? There isn't a single Celtic nationality. Instead, the term Celtic refers to a group of culture and language found in the Celtic nation of Britain, Cornwall, Ireland, Isles of Man, Scotland, and Wales. People from these regions have Celtic heritage and may identify with Celtic language or cultural tradition, but they hold the nationality of their respective country: Irish, Scottish, Welsh. So these are Scottish, Irish, Welsh people. And what is those? Those are so-called Caucasian people, European people, white people. These these are the sons of Japhet. These are the sons of Japhet now. And you had, that was Gomer. And we got the next one. It said Magog. Now we're gonna go see what Magog is. Define Magog. Magog, Japhet's son. He's the second oldest son of Magog is the, it say Magog is the second of the 7 sons of Japhet, mentioned in the Table of Nations in Genesis 10. The origin of the term is not clear. This name indicates either a person or a tribe or a geographical reality. So it could be a person or a tribe or a geographical reality. It can also be called a land too, a place. Magog. Now, these are the people who are God and Magog. Okay, we can get that. What is the meaning of Magog in the Bible? We're going to get that. In the Bible, Magog referred to both a person and a land. Like I said, appearing in the Table of Nations in Genesis as a grandson of Noah, and in Ezekiel as a northern territory. So in Ezekiel, it premieres in Ezekiel as the northern territory, talking about the land. But in Genesis, it's talking about the son. Associated with the prophecies invader Gog. While some interpret Magog literally as a historical region or tribe, it is often seen symbolically in apocryphal texts, especially Revelation 20, as representing the collective nation and forces of evil that will oppose God and his people at the end of time. So Magog is one of the, God and Magog is one of the people, but it can be a land. God is it's like Pharaoh. You know how Pharaoh was over Egypt and he was the king of Egypt? And when he died out, you had another Pharaoh. All of them was called Pharaoh. That's how Gog is to Magog. The same way. Everything that comes, they're going to be God. So God going to get together with Magog. These are the people, like I said, these are the people that will oppose God and his people at the end of the time. They come over here, they going to attack God's people. They going to attack us. The so-called Israelite, they gonna attack us. That was the second son. Okay, Magog is the name associated with the synthetic or goth. I think I'm pronouncing that word right. Matter of fact, let me get that word to see how it's pronounced. And it's spelled, oh, it's already in there. I remember looking it up. It said synthetic were an ancient group of Indo-European nomadic warrior tribe who flourished on the Eurasian steppe from the 9th to the 3rd century BC. So this European tribe, Indo-European tribe, they're the same as Gomer, Indo-European tribe. Magog, Indo-European tribe. The Median. The media is out of the mega god. Yeah, the media is the mega god is the synthetic people who we reading about now, known for the master of archery on horseback. They known for the horseback riding, I guess. They live in mobile houses, wagons, and establish a vast network across Central Asia and into the Black Sea region. Now, the Black Sea region, that's where a lot of Caucasians lived at back then. They all marinate over here. They came and took over Europe. They Asia. This is where they came and migrate at. This is where they migrate to. The House of Jaffa. Nomadic origin. The synthetic migrate from Central Asian. They migrate from Central Asian with their movement potentially starting for regions near the Atlantic Mountains. Then they move westward, eventually establish dominic in the Pontic steppe, modern day. For modern day, it's called Ukraine in the southern Russia. That's what it called for modern day as of the day. So this is what these people are from Ukrainian and the southern Russian. You see how where all these people, all these are so-called Caucasian folk, Caucasian people. They all some kin. It doesn't matter because Russia attacking America and they fighting against each other. They are all some kin. They come from the same father, Japhet. All of them. Every last one of them white man. White. Whatever they want to call themselves. They all come from Japhet. They all the same. Just like we all come from Shem. But it's a certain lineage you go down to become the chosen lineage because he had chose. We gonna get to it. You know, the Shemitic people is the Chaldean, the Chaldean people, all them Semitic people. You know that where Abraham came from, the Chaldean people. That's what his father was, a Chaldean. Where he was chosen. He was chosen. I got y'all today. Javan. No, Median. Now we at Median. Let's go. Let's get Median. It's another brother of Japhet, another son of Japhet. The Median, Hebrew pronoun, Median, Greek, is a son of Japhet and one of the 16 grandsons of Noah in the book of Genesis. So he one of the 16 grandsons of Noah, is the son of Japhet. Now these all Japhet sons we give him. Remember he had 7 of them. What is the meaning of Median? The name Median is believed to have roots in Indian or Sanskrit origin, where it generally convenes meaning associated with nobility or royalty. Median is best known for being the ancestor of the Medians. The Persian you had the Persian, and then you had the Median. When they came in, I think that was the Egypt, Assyria, Babylon. Then I think it was the Persian Media. But these captivities we went through, who had us in captivity, that's what I would name it. But it say in the beginning of the Medians, and for introducing them to the worship of the gods of the ancients Near East. He is also credited with the introducing the Medians to the practice of astrology, which was a major part of their culture. So the Medians, the Medians, they come from Japhet. Now remember, Shem was the people of the Semitic people. In Japhet, is the father of the Gomer, Magog, the Medians, and Javan. Let's see what Javan, Median, the ancestor of the Medians. Now Javan, we're going to define Javan. Javad, let me see. Javan, that's how I pronounce it. It's a related to or characteristic of Java, a large island in the Malay Archipelago. A native or inhabit of Java, a large island in the Malay Archipelago. The meaning of Java, definition of Java, is an adjective of or relating to or characteristic of Java, or its inhabit or its language. What is Java in the Bible? In the Bible, the name Java referred to Greece. So these are the Greeks, referred to Greeks or the ancient Greeks, and also to Java, a son of Japhet and grandson of Noah, who is considered the ancestor of the Hellenic people. The Hellenic people. So that's who is Java, is the Greece. The Greeks and the ancestor of the Hellenic people. The name comes from the Hebrew Yavan, which can also mean loner, the region where the Lonies and early Greeks tribes settled. Some Hebrew tradition also connect the name to meaning like deceiver or one who makes sad, though this is a less common interpretation. So the Java is the Greek. They are the Greeks, the ancestor of the Greeks. Let's move on now. We got Tubal. Now Tubal referred to a fall tubes, which are part of the female reproduction system that transport eggs from the ovary to the uterus. You see how it means so many things? The term is often used in procedure like tubular legit, get tubes tied, that's getting tubes tied, or in condition like a tubular pregnancy. That ain't what we looking for. Let's get to the biblical stuff. Tubal. What does Tubal mean? We figured that out. What does Tubal mean in the Bible? Okay, here we go. In the Bible, Tubal is primarily the name of a son of Japhet and grandson of Noah, appearing in the Table of Nations in Genesis. The name carries meanings related to the earth, world, or confusion, and is derived from the Hebrew word meaning to flow forth, to bring forth, or to carry. You see how Hebrew meanings sums it up? All that really means the same: to bring forth, to flow forth, to carry. You bringing something forth. This individual is also considered the ancestor of a nation mentioned in prophetic books, known for their trades, particularly in metals and bronze utensils, and they're associated with the Gog and Magog prophecy. So they part of they're part of the Gog and the Magog, meaning them are the people who gonna oppose against God and his people at the end time. Now, as we calling these people out, remember now, as we go along, you gonna find out these are the people that gonna have nation coming from the north over here for war. You wonder why the Euphrates River dried up. Y'all wonder why that? Because he making waves. These folk finna come over here and attack America. It gonna be like that. And then all of a sudden the hands gonna change. They gonna all be at God's chosen people. And then they gonna hear a trumpet blow, and they gonna hear a shout. And everybody gonna turn around, and what they see, all that were fighting each other or trying to fight the Israelites, they're gonna try to attack it. But they ain't got no wind. But we moving a little bit too fast. Now we got Meshech and Tyrus. Like we just said that that they are, Tubal is the ancestor of the Caucasian, those living in the region of the Black and Caspian Seas. Those are the Caucasian folk. Tubal is listed as one of the sons of Japheth, a son of Noah in Genesis 10 and 1 Chronicles chapter 1. Established him as a significant figure in human lineage. The descendant of Tubal became a distant people, as mentioned in the prophet book of Isaiah and Ezekiel. And they are the so-called Caucasian, the ones that reside by the Black Sea. Okay, and that was Meshech, Tubal. We got Meshech and Tyre. This is what we're gonna do, because we got to chop this up. This thing gonna be so long. Gomer, often associated, this the older boy of Japheth. Gomer, often associated with the Samarines or other people in modern Eastern Europe, or Antelope. They from Eastern Europe, white. Magog, linked to the synthetic or other nomadic people of Central Asia. They from Central Asia, right over there in the same place, over there right there by Eastern Europe and all that, by Europe and all that. And what they are, they white. The Median, associated with the Medes, an ancient Iron people. They are Iron people, and they are white. Where we just can't say they are white, but we know that Esau came and put his seed everywhere and changed. Because this the lineage of Japheth. These the one also became the Caucasian people, the Esau's. These one right here before Esau was born, this was, they had melanated skin. They had melanated in their skin, so they wasn't white. See, when Esau get into this world, Esau put his seed everywhere, and that's how Japheth tamed. They went and took over Japheth of Europe. They invaded and took this over, all these European places. They did that. Okay, you had Java, considered the ancestor of the Greeks, or the Hellenic people. Okay, Javan is the Greeks. The Median is the Iron. You had Magog from the synthetic, the Central Asian, and Goma is from the Eastern Europe. You got the Eastern Europe people. And now you got Tubulan, often linked to the Tiberine and ancient antelope people. Then you got Mesquite, connected with the Mescot and ancient antelope people. They the same like the Tubulan people. Then you got Tyrish, often associated with the how you pronounce this, Toadics, a group of people who live in Southeast Europe. All these people are from that side, from over there by Europe, Asian, and they Japhet people. Let me read this. The Table of Nations provide a genealogical account of how the world's people were believed to have spread from Noah descendant. Historically, the Japhet were considered the ancestor of Indo-European people. The Japhet, all his sons, they were considered the ancestor of the Indo-European people, the so-called white people. While the names are mentioned in the Bible are individual, they are also seen as representation of large ethnic or geographic groups of people who settle and spread across the continent. Y'all got it. Now them the sons of Japhet. Verse 3. And the sons of Gomer was Ashkenaz and Raphat and Togarmah. Now, the Ashkenaz, these Gomer sons, Japhet oldest son, and the Ashkenaz is what they be calling them Ashkenaz Jews. Now, them Ashkenaz, they call themselves Ashkenaz Jews, but they the Semitic people. How can you be Semitic people and from the lineage of Japhet? Japhet ain't the Semitic people. Shem is the Semitic people. Esau come from Shem. So Esau is a Semitic people. So all that changing of Semitic, the Ashkenaz Jews and all that, them ain't the real Jews. Them ain't the real Jews over there. Matter of fact, them Jews, they do not, let me see, they do not, I don't think they respect, they don't look up to Jesus. God told you in the Bible, don't pray to no stones. What they folks do over there? Them folks go pray to that stone wall. Them ain't the real Jews. Jew come from Judah. That's how you get the Jew. It comes from the tribe of Judah. That's what Yahweh Shai was, your so-called, y'all call Jesus Christ, who the word ignorant called Jesus Christ. That's what he was, a Jew. See, the Jews is the black, the so-called African American. That's the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, and the tribe of Levi. These are the Jews. See, the northern tribe is not the Jews. Them the Native American and the Hispanic people. You feel what I'm saying? See, you're gonna learn all this as we read, man. All it all fall in order. That's why I'm trying to give you a symptom of who these people is. Because these same people we reading about in chapter 10, these same people to come over here and try to kill God's people. The so-called African American, the so-called Hispanic, the Latino, the so-called Native American. This who these people coming to attack. It tell you right here in the Bible. This is your history. See, we got thrown off with what they done taught us. He said it's gonna be a nation that leads you and change your name, change your language. English is not our language. Our language was Hebrew. English is not our language. This some shit that was given to us. Just like they changed our name, was given to us. We walking around here with their last name. We ain't walking around here with our name what God gave us. This shit, This shit is deeper than what y'all think it is. But you got to read your Bible. You hard to draw yourself nigh to God, man, to get this understanding. God set a delusion up on this earth, man. You not gonna get this understanding unless he lift that delusion up off you. And how you get that delusion up off you? By keeping God's law, by walking in God's will. It's all about obedience. How many times I got it? Ever since we started reading what I told you, it's all about obedience. That's all Adam and Eve had to do, obey. Abraham did it. Noah did it. It's all about obedience. So you can't say, see, the word will tell you you can't be perfect. But that's a lie. Because in God's eyes, you can be perfect. Let's get back to the story. Verse 4. But the Ashkenaz, in verse 3, the Ashkenaz, Gomer had three sons. And that were Ashkenaz and Rahath and Togarmah. We ain't gonna go in and find out. I just explained what the Ashkenaz called. That's a certain lineage, that's a certain thing. These the one that call themselves the Jews over there, supposed to be in our spot. Supposed to be our so-called land. They the Jews. But God also said in Revelation that he said that the Jews is we gonna be in like we gonna go I know y'all works and y'all tribulation. And I know those that say they are Jews and are not, but the synagogue of Satan, that's in Revelation. And that's who they is, the synagogue of Satan. They is not the Jews. The Jew is black, man. A Jew is a black man. Just like your Messiah, Yahweh Shai, the so-called Jesus Christ. He's a black man. It tell you in Revelation chapter 1, verse 14 on down to 16. It tell you what color he is. And they tell you to do the color matter. Yes, it matters. Because if it didn't matter, it wouldn't have been in the Bible. He wouldn't have never told you that. So it do matter. Verse 4, and the sons of Javan, Alish, and Tarish, Kittim, and Dodim. Now them the sons of Javan. Now Javan is the fourth son of Japhet. He is the fourth son of Japhet. Like, it's certain ones that he called now. He called out Gomer's son. They called all his sons out. They called Japhet all his sons out. But in his grandson, he called out Gomer's son, and he called out Javan's son. Now verse 5. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their land. By these were the isles of the Gentile. Now y'all do know the definition of Gentile, right? The definition of Gentile. It say a person who is not Jewish. That's what it say in the dictionary for the Gentile. Okay, in the Bible, Gentile refer to all people who are not Jewish. Jew, meaning all people who are not a Jew is a Gentile. An Israelite, who all not Israelite. Because, you know, where it did say Jew, because it's the three tribes. Because the northern tribe, you know, they became Gentile. Because they were led to them dumb idols. They were led to them idols. They became Gentiles now. And who led them? Ephraim. He was the leader of the 10 tribes, the northern tribe. But that's the gathering back when he called them back, calling the Gentiles back. How can you come back to something that you were never in? If he never did give you this, or you never had none of this, how can you come back to it? So you had to be part of this to come back to it. All that gonna get explained too as we move along. We just in the beginning, the first of Genesis. Chapter 10, fit to start getting the crunk, cause we fit to reproduce the world, the earth. He replenished the earth now. From off the 3 sons of Noah, he replenished the earth. So it say, by these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their land. So they were divided in their land. All the Gentiles, they were divided out in their land. Everyone after his tongue, after their families in their nation. Everyone after his tongue. Everyone talking their tongue, after their family, and after their nation. Japheth boys, they did that like Magog went his way, Gomer, Median, everybody to their tongue, their nation, their people. But they all from Japheth. They all still brothers. They all come from one father, Japheth. Them 7 boys. They just produced their own tribe, their own nation. They had their own people. The Magog, Gomer, Median, Javan, Tubal, Meshi, Tyrus. They all had their own. Verse 6. And the sons of Ham. Now you get into the African people. Remember, Ham was the one that went in and seen Noah naked. Ham was the one that Noah cursed. He put a curse on him, told he gonna be a servant to his brother Japheth and a servant to Shem. And Japheth supposed to dwell in the tents of Shem. So he gonna serve both of the brothers. That's why African folks do not like us. Because they are servants to us. They know they are, don't you know? When they say we sold ourselves, we not the same people. We not the same people. Ham is the progenitor of the African people, the Egyptian, the African, all the Canaanites. He the progenitor of them people, not the Negroes. So you look the definition of Ham up in the real biblical sense. I ain't brought the Strongs out with me, but it tell you that who he's a progenitor of, who his people is, and it gonna also say in there, but not the Negro. He's not the progenitor of us. We's not the same. You can look at them African people and see that we different, cuz. We Hebrews. We are Hebrews. They are not Hebrews. See, Hebrew come from the man Eber. And Eber come from Shem. See, all this in here. We read that. That's why I say you got to remember what you read. This how we came about. Now you're going to find out how we come about, how we become God's chosen people, how we were chosen the lineage. Everybody was not chosen. Everybody was not chosen. Everybody don't have salvation. Everybody don't have the promise. Everybody wasn't given the laws. Everybody was not in the wilderness with Moses. Who Moses led in the wilderness? Moses led the Israelite in the wilderness. So how everybody gonna be a part of our thing? It's impossible. It's impossible. And the sons of Ham was Cush, the Cushite, them African people. And Mizraim. Mizraim is the Ethiopian people, them African people. Pute, them African people. The Canaanite, the Canaan, Them African people. All these are African people. Now we on Ham. We on a whole new nation. We done left Japhet. Japhet supposed to be part of the Caucasian folks. Ham, he the progenitor of the African people. Shem is the progenitor of the Semitic people. The Semitic people. The Semitic people. That's who Shem is. Ham is the progenitor of the African people, and Japhet is the progenitor of the Caucasian people. That's what we just read. That's what we just seen. Verse 7. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Halava, and Sabath, and Ramah, and Sabatah, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan, and Cush. Cush begot Nimrod. Nimrod was a mighty warrior. Nimrod was a mighty warrior, man. The definition of Nimrod, literally, a skillful hunter, and that he was. But he wasn't God's people. He's an African man. Nimrod come from the son of Cush. And Cush is the son of Ham. And Ham is the progenitor of the Africans. But it's a skillful hunter. Nimrod takes to the field after everything from hairy dog to grizzly bear. This man eat everything. And don't we got a dietary law? Y'all don't know that yet, but we gonna get to that. We got a dietary law. It's certain things we don't supposed to be eat. God's people is chosen for a reason. God gave us these laws for a reason. But it's a foolish or ineptic person. What does Nimrod mean biblically? In the Bible, Nimrod is described as the son of Cush, a great-grandson of Noah, and a powerful, legendary hunter and builder of kingdoms in the ancient Near East, including Babel. Remember Babel? The Tower of Babel, when they were trying to build the tower all the way up, talking about they going up there to see God, go up there with God at and all that. And God cut it off and changed it. We ain't even got to it, but we're going to read about that too. It's and Naveen, he is depicted as the first on earth to be a mighty man and a symbol of human power and potential rebellion against God. He was a rebellion against God, with his name also associated with the Tower of Babel story. His associated with hunting and empire building led to the modern derogatory sling meaning of foolish or stupid person. Nimrod. And that what that do mean too. You foolish or stupid. Nimrod. That's what English say. That's what it says. See, you have, the thing about English, they have several different meanings. Okay, where we were. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. It just said he was a mighty warrior. And he was. Verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. And he was. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And wherefore that verse 10, And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. Verse 11. Out of that land went forth Ashur and built Navin in the city of Robah and Calais. Okay. Nimrod. We already looked at the definition of that. Okay, Genesis. Go to the book of Genesis chapter 11, verse 9. See, it's the next book. Anyway, we're going to be reading that anyway, but we're going to do verse 9. It said, therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. That's the beginning of the kingdom of Babel. And he built Navin. Let's see what Navin is. Navin was the capital city of the ancient Assyrian emperor, located on the east bank of the Tigris River in the modern day Iraq. So that's Iraq. That's over there, Iraq. That's what Navin is. Now these are the places we giving you it even telling you the modern day what they call as of the day. See, back then it was called Navin. Now as the modern day now it's called Iraq. And that's what Nimrod, he built Navin in the city of Rehoboth, and Calah. These where he built these cities at. And Resen between Navin and Calah, the same is a great city. Verse 13. And Mizraim begot Ladam, and Ammon, and Lehabim, and Nephton, and Patros, and Kalashman, out of whom came the Philistines. All these African people now. We in Ham lineage. I already gave the lineage of Japhet. Now we're in the lineage of Ham. And the Pethro and the Kalos, out of whom came the Philistine, and Captor, verse 15. And Canaan begot Sidon. Canaan is one of Ham's sons too now. Begot Sidon, his firstborn in Heth. And the Jebusite, all these are African people. The Jebusite and the Amorite, African people. And the Gershite, African people. And the Hivite, African people. And the Akites, African people. And the Sinites. All these are descendants of Ham. And Ham is the progenitor of all these nations. They came from Canaan. They came from Cush. All these is the descendant of Ham. Verse 18. And the Aradite and the Zemarite and the Hamathites and after were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. See, when you mention Canaanite, and up under Canaanite, you might got, just like you say, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, you got 12 tribes of Israel. The Canaanites, you probably have 12, 15 tribes of the Canaanite. And they call different names. That's what they were calling the Aradites and the Zemarites and the Hephites. And after were the families of the Canaanite. All these came from out of the Canaanites. Not just Mizraim. Mizraim, them the Ethiopian people. But they African. They are African. Like the Egyptian people. They think, talking about had us growing up thinking the people was white people. No, they not. These folk had melanated in their skin. Wasn't no white person on this earth yet. Everybody who was the last two nations that were born in this world were Esau and Jacob. And they don't come to Genesis 25. So it wasn't no white man here yet. Well, no, we ain't gonna keep calling them white because the Bible say they were red. So it wasn't no red man here yet. Everybody else, all the other nations, before these last two nations come, all these other nations, it was 18 nations in the world. So you had 16 nations before these last two nations came. All these folk had melanated skin. All these folk with dark complexion. All of them. Not just one, the Chinese man, dark complexion. The Japanese, Arab, these folk with dark complexion. The Indian, these folk with dark complexion. So you go in one of these Indian stores and when you see these folk, you might see one darker than you, black as you. Because their skin was melanated. They had melanated in their skin. Esau, the only person ain't got melanated skin. That's why he looked like that. That's why they have to bury them. They can't sit out like we sit out. We can sit out a week or two. They can't sit out longer than 3 days. They have to bury them folks. But they are from spread abroad from the Canaanite. Verse 19. And the border of the Canaanite were from Sidon, as thou comest to Gerar, unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah. Now all these was the African people. What are you explaining? Remember Sodom and Gomorrah gonna get destroyed. All this is coming from the Hamite people. The nation of Hamite, the tribes of Hamite. And Adamah and Zebon, even unto Lashah. Verse 20, these are the sons of Ham after their family, after their tongues, in their countries, and in their nation. Now, them the sons of Ham. Them are the sons of Ham. We gonna end this right here, and we gonna have to pick up a part 2, but we gonna pick up with verse 21 when we get back. And it might be tomorrow. And I told it was gonna be a little longer than chapter 10, what I expect. But we was almost at the end. We verse 21. But we gonna pick up back up at chapter 10, verse 21, probably tomorrow or sometime, whenever I get time. But it's gonna be a part 2 to it to finish it off, the reading of Genesis chapter 10. But first, I like to just give praise, man. Thank the Lord for allowing me, with the spirit that He gave me, to come on here to try to give my people something good to look forward to. You know, I try to explain the Bible to the best of my ability, from the understanding of the Spirit, what it gives to me. And what I do, I read the Bible. I just read the Bible. He say don't add to my words, don't take away. So I just read what the Bible say. That's all I could give to you. Then I go look at definition of words up, you know, for a person to have a better understanding. But I'm grateful that He put this on me, man. I'm grateful that He opened my eyes up 4 years ago to the truth. No. He said, meditate on my word day and night. Blessed the man that read it. Draw nigh to me, I'm going to draw nigh to you. Study to show thyself approved. And out of these 4 years that I've been in this truth, I really learned more than me going to church back and forth with my granny having us in church. Being in that Christianity church teaching them lies. I know the truth. Like he said, I will bring a strong delusion upon you that you will believe a lie. And that's what he got in his world. He brought a strong delusion upon this earth, and a lot of our people believe a lie. It's certain one that he opened the eye. He have his chosen one. It's certain one eyes that he opened up to show this truth to. That's why you be seeing the Israelite brother out there on that street teaching. The Israelite brother on YouTube page teaching. We trying to bid our people to the marriage. Because we live in the last day. We at it. This the end, baby. Ain't no more waiting. We done been through our 7 captivity. We in our 7 captivity. He told us we were going to go through 7 captivity. And we in our last captivity, man. We at the break. We at the end of the seal 5. And y'all really don't understand what's going on in the world. Y'all see what Trump doing. He trying to make it look like he doing good, but he also attacking God's people. Y'all ain't even paying no attention to all that. He attacking God's people. He attacking the inner city. That's the so-called African American. He attacking the Latino with the ICE trying to get him up out of him. But he ain't attacking nobody else. Don't he's supposed to be. Them immigrants all over him. You got plenty of immigrants. China, you got plenty of immigrants over him. But he only at the Hispanic and Latino, God's people. Pay attention. He told you pay attention to the signs. And that's something y'all not doing, paying attention to the sign. And then when we be out there trying to teach the word to y'all, y'all walk past toot your nose up, you mockery the Most High. What he told Samuel, give the people what they want. Give it to them. It's not you they deny, it's me. So y'all ain't denying me. Y'all denying the Most High. And I'm going to tell you about you denying. Go to the book of Matthew chapter let me see what I'm looking for. Matthew chapter 10, chapter 10, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, Matthew chapter 10, verse. Go to the book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 33. So, cause when we be out there, like I said, we be out there teaching the word. We come out there, we bid ourselves out there like the Most High, like Yahweh Shai said. He sent us out there. He sent his prophets out there on the block to bid people to come to this marriage. And the ones that he did bid to come to the marriage, they was not worthy. So he told us to go out there and search for our Israelite brother. And all that who would hear, all that who would come, bring them to the marriage. And that's what we do. We go out there and try to collect our people. Bring them back, come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. God did not give us no religions. God did not give us no baptism. God did not give us none of that. God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what he gave Moses to give it to the children of Israel. Laws, statutes, and commandments. All that other stuff y'all talking about, Christianity, baptism, all that ain't got nothing to do with me, because that ain't what God gave me. I did not read that in this Bible. And you ain't gonna tell me what I didn't read. I've been reading this Bible for 4 years straight, but reading before I came into truth. Now I really understand it because he took the delusion off me, and I understand the truth now. I know who I am. He said, I'm gonna open up some of my people eyes. They're gonna know exactly who they are, and they're gonna know exactly where they come from. And they gonna worship me. And this is what we living now. But y'all be out there denying her. Y'all turn your nose up at her. Y'all go the other way still to come across the street. He said, my people shall not be ashamed. Y'all shame, y'all denying her. And this is what y'all gonna get from y'all being denied, but for y'all denying them. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, so y'all deny him in front of all these men, in front of us, in front of the person who you're walking with, when you toot your nose up, and when you holler about, oh, them Israelite brother, don't go that way. Y'all hate to hear the truth. But y'all deny him in front of men, him will I also deny before my Father, which is in heaven. He gonna deny y'all in front of the Father. So it don't need you hiding about, but, ain't no but, get deep from me, I do not know you. You can go on to the left. What she said, to the left, So everything you got, you can take it on to the left with you. For real. It gonna be too late. That's what grace is. He giving you time now to repent. Endure. Do the law to the best of your ability. Israel, we trying to get back to where we were. We was on top. He took us from the top and put us at the bottom. Because we was disobedient. Don't want to obey. And that run red in our so-called African American. That run red in your blood. You can't tell us nothing. You can't even tell us what to do. We don't want to hear that. That's us. So my people, man, I love all my people. That's why I come and do this. That's why we go on this block. We love our people. We got to love our brother. Them the first two biggest commandments, loving God and our brother. If you do them first two, you're doing all 613 commandments. You keeping them all. No, it's not just 10. That's why it's the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. All of them got laws in it. All of them got commandments in it. All of them got statutes in it. You have to read. The church is not going to give you all that, because they ain't what they was taught to do. They was taught to teach certain things. They were taught to teach you that Jesus was a white man. They were taught to teach you that the laws were done away with. When Jesus said to himself out of his mouth, I did not come to change the law. I came to fulfill it. So how the law was done away with when he just come to fulfill something? He ain't come to change nothing. He came to fulfill it. What was talked about him of the prophecy and what he had to do. He had to die. That's what he came to do for us. Because he was finna kill us all. Moses saved us. He was finna kill us all. He finna start a new tribe with Moses. He finna kill the Israelites off. But the point is, I'm getting at, man, we got to come home. We got to come back to these laws, statutes, commandments to get to where we want. It's only 1/3 of us going in the 144, going into the kingdom. It's not the whole world. We bringing people back with us, but what they gonna be? Our servant. Read it, Isaiah 14:1. Read it. They gonna be our servants. Same way they enslave us here on their land, in their world, in their earth. They gonna be our servants in ours. We gonna get our rest. That rest we been longing for, we gonna get it. So you know we still in captivity. We pay taxes. Look at all this going on. We still in captivity, baby. He gave the earth into the hands of the wicked. And who is the wicked? Esau. Esau is the wicked. Let me give y'all a law. And I'm going to give you the law from Jesus too. The last book. The last book. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse I'm going to start at verse 12 because I want y'all to get some good pointers of it. I want y'all to feel it. But this is of a law that I'm reading before we end it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 12. And this Yahweh Shai, y'all so-called Jesus, who the world called ignorant, called Jesus Christ, but we know him as Yahweh Shai. I'm going to get to that too, because in our alphabetic, Hebrew alphabetic, it wasn't no J then. The J ain't come to the, even the English alphabet, the J ain't come to the alphabetical until like what, the 1400s. So how can his name be Jesus? It was Yeshua, Yahweh. It was Yah. Everybody named Nehemiah, Jeremiah, Yah. You name after your father. After the Most High, that's how you know you a child of God. Yah. That's what it is. But this is the book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me. He said, behold, he come quickly, like a thief in the night, and he gonna bring his reward with him. So everything gonna happen in 1 hour. He gonna wrap this thing up in 1 hour, cuz. That gonna be one scary hour. One scary hour. He said, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. According as your work shall be. Now you can't be running around, oh, I got faith. That's what the church tell you. That's what they say the law done away with. I just got faith in Jesus. That's what he came and died for. But James, Jesus' brother now, James, said faith without work is what? Dead. So you just can't have faith. What's the work? Keeping the commandment. What's the work? Teaching your brother. What's the work? Judging your brother righteously when he in wrong. That's the work. Getting out there on that block trying to bring your brothers back to the truth. That's the work. Loving your neighbor, your brother, not no other nation, the same one upon your nation within that 12 tribe. That's your brother. You don't have to love no other nation. You just have to love your Hebrew Israelite brother from all 12 tribes. Continue. Verse 13, he said, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. This the point. Verse 14 gonna be the point, the law that I'm giving you, and it come out of Jesus. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. That's what it's about, man. It's keeping the laws, the commandments of the Father, of the Most High. That's what it's about. With that being said, man, boy, we're going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Man, we just want to thank him, man. I'm telling you, man. We just want to thank you. Like I said, we'll pick up on verse 21 in Genesis 10 probably tomorrow or whenever I get time to get to it. But we'll pick up on that. And like I said, Kwame Yasharala, family, man, we need to come home, man. We need to come home. I want to give a shout out to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad. I love my people. I love to try to guide my people down the righteous road. I love to try to give them the truth. If you have an ear, let them hear. That being said, Kwame Yasharala. All praises.